cold that
Happy birthday, Arca! It's your birthday!
Happy
Happy birthday!
Woo, woo, woo,
Oh
woo, woo.
Knox.
Knox,
Hey.
we gotta talk about your habits.
Dr. Pepper!
Somebody please clip
Oh.
that.
Do it. All the Dr. Pepper. I mean, Dr. Pepper's gross, but you do you. So hi,
Dr. Pepper
everyone.
sponsor us.
Yes.
No, she's young.
I
Maybe her
will do
digestional
you
tract
like
can
Jon
take it.
Stewart did Arby's Dr. Pepper, and together we can.
Yes, let's go.
Anyway, hi. Welcome to Girls Run These Worlds, and welcome back to episode 3 of my 4-episode birthday party extravaganza.
La.
Woo! I've been 40 for almost a week now, and most of it's been pretty good, except for my knees. My knees have felt fucking 40 this week, I will tell you what. But that's because I had to walk all over fucking God's green earth. I had so much shit to do this week.
Did you walk 500 miles?
And then 500 more.
Hey.
And then the only door I showed up at was mine. I'm like, you know what? Good, because I don't want to deal with nobody fucking else. Went in, shut it. Anyway, I'm Monica. I'm your GM through this spectacular little romp. It's a mix of Troika and the Gardens of Yen. Troika by Melsonian Productions, Melsonian Arts Council, and Gardens of Yen by Dying Stylishly. There were so many Y's in that. My goodness. She, her, and let's go ahead, introduce our cast. Everybody playing a spectacular version of themselves. Let's start with Anita.
Ooh, that's me. Hey, everybody. Anita here. I use she, her pronouns. Tonight I'll be playing Anita. And gosh, I don't know. What am I supposed to say, Knox? I don't know how to do streams.
Why are you asking me? I wing it every week. You're awesome. You could just say that. Talk about how awesome you are.
Why don't you tell us one thing that you're excited about? One thing that you're in the upcoming week.
Ooh. In the upcoming week of my life, yeah, tonight I'm really excited to see my homies, and I haven't seen them in a brick. So I'm gonna see my homies after the stream tonight, and it's gonna be great. And that's what I'm excited about. So that's me, your friendly neighborhood Anita. I'm gonna pass it off to Shears. Shears, take it away.
Oh shit, I was muted. Hi everybody. My name is Bloodthread Shears, Shears for short. My pronouns are they, them. And I'm going to be may or may not be causing more heart attacks today. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I am doing double duty today. I will be here and then elsewhere. So
No.
Hey y'all, I'm Knox. I have 4 cans of Dr. Pepper. Let's go. And I'm also doing double duty today, except I get a slight bit of a break in the fact that I get an hour and a half break between streams. But it's okay, because I'm bringing Arnica along with me, and we're going to cause chaos on the same channel later tonight. So I'm excited for that.
That is true. That is true. You can catch me and Knox tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's 8, it's 7:30, it's 8, it's 8, it's 8. I'm pretty sure it's 8. Go to our
8
Twitter.
And call time is 7:30.
Thank you. Go to our Twitter to make sure, though, because Arnica never knows what day or time it is. Y'all are so lucky I show up on time. I pull up to the green room on colored people time every week. Not even.
As is your
like,
right.
Let's go ahead and get this started with our ridiculous selves. We are in exactly the right mood for all of the joyous, whimsical, mischievous, only a little bit dangerous bullshit in front of us. It's great. Look, you guys are so perfectly adapted to this. Like, y'all were the perfect people to come to this birthday party. you're so polite. You've already made little pocket god friends. Your cat walks on a leash. Freaking you talk just the finest amount of shit and slide upon the E5, and all of a sudden the queen comes raging through and gives you the best map on the board, the Queen's map. It is the second shortest route directly to the Luminous Cemetery. And all you have to do at any time is, before we open a gate, just declare that you're ready to step onto the Queen's map. And the very next place we go to will be the top of that map. So we were at the edge of the chess lawn. We discovered that thankfully those were not really dead birds. It's just, for some reason, when the chess guys hit each other, they shatter into what look like birds. So no, that's great. We're not stepping on dead birds or around them. They're just chess pieces, decorative chess rubble. What do y'all
It's
want
like a
to do?
phoenix. They'll be back.
They will, as soon as
They're
nobody
larger
is
than
looking
life.
at them.
That was me level of bad.
It's already added to the playlist.
All right.
And just like that, Sheer stops the entire stream. All right, so we just got done running away from murderous chess pieces. Or oh no, we went down we jumped off a cliff into the water with the winner, right? And then we realized there was a bunch of bees.
Yeah. We did all that shit. It was wild. We also have picked up an extra cat. He's just been following us around.
We have to name him.
That is not my cat. I am so sick. I already have 4 fucking black cats. Well, I don't. Thankfully, I moved. My mother has 4 black cats. 3 of them are laying on top of her right now. It's her birthday, so they're all taking birthday naps.
Happy birthday, Arnica's mom.
Happy
Yay.
birthday.
Happy birthday!
There's one of them black assholes right now. So
Not this. What an awful thing. No one clip that. No one clip that. I
everyone
see you.
clip that. That's exactly how I
you
feel
out
about
there.
these cats. Look, she's about to come get in my lap right now. Little butt.
Y'all can't get Arnica in trouble. This is her birthday. Stop it. Stop
Elsa's
it.
gonna be like, what the hell's going on, Arnica?
Come on, terrible thing.
That on
So-
top of the slur merchant.
Oh, never.
Here she is. So anyway, black cat, terrible and bossy, much like this one, is following us around. Cat is now stalking around at the gate. Do you want to follow the gate where it naturally will go, or do you want to jump onto the Queen's map?
I say
Oh.
Queen's map.
Yeah. Arnica, you said that the Queen's map was a really good way forward. If that's a way to get to the party quicker and safer, we should go there.
Yep, operations get Shears a date. Let's go.
All right, so stop digging me. Oh, you drooled on me and everything. So
I beat red.
I take the map and I touch it to the gate, and the gate, I mean, it doesn't really shimmer or move or anything. It's not like, ooh, it's magic, but it certainly feels like it's a completely different gate than it was, even though physically nothing has changed. Flip open the latch, swing it through, and on the other side, it's okay. All the gardens in Yin have been pretty. Even the really weird ones have had an unearthly kind of cold beauty to them. This is just the air here. The air everywhere in Yen smells good, but like the air here is extra wonderful. It's crisp, it's refreshing, it's invigorating. Everything about this garden is relaxing. and perfect. Even the one-winged griffin statue battering away at a glass orchid house with 3 rose maidens barricaded inside happens to be the most beautifully carved griffin any of you have ever seen. It is an animate statue, the same as the mermaid in the tower, but different. Rose maidens, you guys haven't met any of the rose maidens yet. Oh.
Are they hot?
Priorities.
You know, it depends. If you like humans, probably not.
Oh.
But if plants are your thing, then yeah, they're awesome. So
I'm more concerned about like there's a griffin like flying like down the way, right, GM Arnica?
well, it's on it's grounded. One of its wings is broken off, but the other one it's
Okay.
using to batter at the glass.
It didn't do its
Okay.
homework on time.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, does the griffin um like, do griffins eat meat here? Because the mermaid ate meat and you were very afraid of the mermaid, Arnica. Do we need to be afraid here? Do we need to like be on our guard about like a loose griffin?
So the thing is that these statues are very accurate representations of whatever they are. Mermaids are predatory. Griffins are predatory. I mean, there are lots of non-predatory animate statues in the gardens. There are ones that look like toddlers and little cherubs and graceful ladies and all sorts of neat shit. We just haven't run across any of them. So yes, this thing is technically dangerous, but it's distracted. It's more concerned with trying to get into this orchid house. Now, as it kind of turns, trying to get a different direction, across its flank, in the most beautiful penmanship you have ever seen, is spray painted the word entrancing.
I'm sorry, Arnica. Did you just say that this griffin has a tramp stamp with entrancing written on its behind?
Entrancing.
I did say that.
See, I thought it was like a Charlotte's Web situation, like some pig. That's better though.
This is Charlotte's tramp stamp.
Charlotte opened up a tattoo shop. Go get your ears pierced there, not at Walmart.
Now, when I see the word entrancing, I kind of do one of these because that is a warning. We have entered a very specific type of garden where the most dangerous thing in the garden is not whatever is in there, but the garden itself. Entrancing gardens they're honey traps. You come in and then you want to stay. Everything about them is better. Every turn here, which is roughly 10 minutes, heals 1 stamina, even during battle. Any ailments you have, if you were weak or paralyzed or whatever from, mushroom spores, or there's a whole bunch of stuff that could cause a whole bunch of temporary illnesses. We haven't run across them. You guys have been really great about not putting strange things in your mouth. Good job. All of that would be removed as long as you are in this garden. The problem is that when you leave this garden, any damage that you had does all return all at once. So you don't get to keep the stamina. You don't get to keep none of that. And your luck is doubling as a separate number, which is called your sense of self. Your sense of self is, don't worry about what your sense of self is. I would tell you, I would explain about your sense of self, but then I would have to explain about the other thing. And we can't, we can't talk about the other thing. It's contagious. So don't worry about your sense of self and don't worry about the other thing because we haven't talked about it. So it's not contagious, but we have to stop talking about it. Just know that you're gonna take a little bit of damage. It'll be fine. It'll heal up in a couple hours. It's not gonna hurt. But the only way out of this garden is through this garden. But the longer we stay here, the longer we're going to want to stay here.
But what if we didn't have damage before we came here?
Then the only damage you will take on the way out is that damage to sense of self. But you won't take any HP damage, no stamina loss.
This place feels bad. Everything that you're telling me just feels really bad, and I kind of want to leave. Can we go? Because I don't know what sense of self damage is. I know I don't want it. My sense of self is already pretty fragile. It's on like on my good days. So unless there's something that we really need here or that we really want to like explore, how do we get through this place so we can stop talking about the dangerous stuff that gets more dangerous the more we talk about it?
Is its name Bruno?
We don't talk about Bruno.
No. So this garden is very easy to navigate. It has a beautiful little English cottage layout. There are a handful of little glass greenhouses set off to the side. You can see orchids and all sorts of stuff growing on little ornate iron tables. Gorgeous place. The longer you're in it, the brighter the colors are, the more crystalline the glass is, the more decorative the swirls. It's just getting prettier. Anyway, it's fine. All we have to do is follow the path out. Look at this charming little path. It's like all these little white pebbles and they just glow in the sun. I just love it here. All we have to do is walk out. We don't have to do anything. If you want to help those rose maidens, and they are just, gosh, they are so cute. They would love some help. They're only like 3.5 feet tall. Instead of heads, they have enormous fresh rose blooms, fully opened, little eyes, not monstrously glowing, like a little friendly predator, like a cat. They glow little cat eyes from the depths of the roses. You don't see mouths, but they sing, and their bodies are just an intertwining of vines and stems. They're a little thorny, it happens, but just the shape of these little women with these giant rose heads, they're mostly very friendly. You can make them mad. It's not like they're incapable of being mad, but they were designed as servants of the She. They're very friendly towards humanoid creatures for the most part, and they are absolutely waving like, hi, could you maybe get this? It's much bigger than us, but it's not bigger than you. Hi, could you help us? Because that's the other thing. It's not bigger than us. It's not a particularly big statue. This gorgeous, exquisitely carved, gosh, I just look at the detail on those. I could just stay here and just admire that statue for, anyway, it's only about the size of a medium-sized dog. We could probably break it and free the Rose Maidens and then hang out with the Rose Maidens for a while. Like, take us on a tour. I freaking love it here. The air smells so good.
This feels like a mind your business, right?
I'm going to, like, we've had time to like rest because of the hockey game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go into one of my pockets, take out like those turkey legs that you get at like the Ren Fair or something like that.
Yeah.
I will whistle and throw the damn thing in the opposite direction so the griffin can be like, food, 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 food.
What if it's vegetarian?
It's not.
Okay.
It's
Just checking.
Griffins are an eagle on the top and a lion on the back. None of them is a vegetarian.
Then why are they trying to eat the rose maidens?
I don't know, because it's an asshole.
I don't think it's trying to eat the rose maidens. I think it's trying to get at the rose maidens.
It's
Like,
is Hazel always trying to eat that small thing she's cornered, or is sometimes she just being an asshole?
Oh, all times she's being an asshole. Sometimes she's
There
trying
you
to
go.
eat it too.
There you go. That's why the griffin has the rose maidens cornered in the house. It just wants to run and terrorize them for a little bit, like your
Got
little
it.
mice.
It's like my cat. Got
It's
it.
like your cat.
It's an asshole.
All right, so why don't you roll against your luck for me, Shears?
Shit. Look. Wipe that sign back to 0. It was, oh shit. Wow, my brain. How many D6? Just 2?
Yeah.
Okay. That will be a 5.
Nice.
For once, my shitty rolls are coming in handy.
Right? It's
Knocking on
great 'cause you
wood.
always want to roll under your luck. So you got this. Your luck holds, and the griffin is absolutely distracted. It has the cutest look at it. It's kind of like a bound, it's kind of like a hop. It flutters that one way. It is just so like you. I am just I am absolutely distracted at this point. I'm looking at the griffin, I'm wandering around. I have wandered off, I've gone over, I've opened the door, and the rose maidens are coming out. They have this very, very high pitched, but still kind of sonorous voice. I don't know how it could be so high, but so round. But it's a lovely little voice, and they're all talking at the same time. They're giggling. They're letting us know that they're pointing out all of the 8 different greenhouses, pointing out that there's a monster in that one, but those ones are empty, and that one has a treasure, and this one has some medicinal plants. They're just talking. I'm talking. I have completely forgotten. It's just so nice here.
Arnica.
Huh?
Hey. And I come up and be like, hi, how are you, Arnica? Arnica and our friends are actually on our way to the Black Queen's party. You guys going?
So they make a little up and down sing-songy kind of noise. It sounds very much like a yes. They're just going to get some stuff together. She really loves flowers. Wouldn't it be great if did you guys want to come get some flowers? We could all pick some flowers for the Queen's party. And they start drifting away towards greenhouse 5. And unless you've got your hands on me, I'm going to start drifting away towards greenhouse
I am
5.
dragging your ass.
Okay.
Who has the witch hair? What if we just wrap it around Arnica and start moving?
Arnica has the witch hair.
Fuck!
Come on, Arnica, come on. And I actually get my backpack, and I have round 2 of your gift. And there's also probably little stuff for Anita and Nox as well.
All right.
Hey, Arnica, look, cat boxes.
So yeah, standing here and looking at gifts in this gorgeous garden is not trying to leave the garden. So that's absolutely something I can be distracted into doing. Because the more damage a character's sense of self already has, the more distracted they are going to be in one of these entrancing gardens. Y'all are in pretty good condition, but the longer someone has been here, the more damage they've probably taken at some point or another. And these gardens are my fucking bane. I get stuck in these things consistently.
Okay. All right. So as soon as we get out of this garden, I will get you your gift. I will give you your second gift. You gotta focus. And I take out my zills, put them on my middle and my thumb on both hands. And to keep you occupied with like the sound and like the pretty shinies, you hear ta-ta-ten, 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 ta-ta-ten. And I go through like a regular standard progression just to like warm up my hands and just get you like into the beat and also like looking at the shinies.
Is Arnica a cat?
Yes.
Yes.
Because, I mean, everything sounds better in an entrancing garden. Gosh, those haven't rung like that since the day they were hammered out, and the light is hitting them just so. Everybody's shimmy is all on beat. Okay, I can be distracted into dancing towards the gate, but everybody has to dance with me, because otherwise I'll get distracted again. Let's go. No, we gotta dance to the gate.
Yep,
Let's go.
we're dancing.
Come on,
Anita.
Yalla.
Yeah, speaking of cats, where are our cats? How is their sense of selves?
Okay, cats cannot be convinced to do anything. Are you kidding? They don't give a fuck about an entrancing garden. The black cat has been sitting by the far gate the whole time, and Hazel is still just following Knox because well, I'm not gonna say she's a good girl. She is a good girl, but also she doesn't want
She's a good girl. She can be an asshole
she doesn't
and a good girl.
trust it. I don't think Hazel trusts this garden because the other cat doesn't. So she's ready to go. She's pulling on her leash.
That's smart, Hazel. Good job. Staring at trees.
I'll go ahead and like follow along, just like, yeah, this place don't sit right. And we'll follow along, just like seems like Shears has got this. Seems like, yeah, I feel like I'll scoot up next to Knox and just be like, seems like Shears really knows what to do, like in these scenarios.
Let's be real, it's probably in some Shears lore somewhere. Like Shears one time had to lure a friend out of a garden. Let's be real, something happened.
Yeah, do you think Shears has ever like been captured by the Fae before?
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Let's be real.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Shears is really cool.
Yeah. Shears is cool.
Yeah, but we're following, just like putting praises on your names and whatnot, doing those things.
Dancing with y'all.
All right. So as we get to the far gate, one of you can go ahead, swing it open. It doesn't really matter which one does. But as we all pass through, I need you to roll a D3.
We trying to go high or low?
You definitely want to go low.
Here we go.
What about middle of the middle of the road?
Oh, wait. So a D6 minus 3?
Yeah.
Oh, a D6 minus 3?
Oh, yeah, a D3 is just a D6 minus 3.
Oh.
Or a D6 divided by 2, same thing.
Oh my god. Skin of my teeth.
Oh, that's a 1.
I rolled a 6, but minus 3, that's a 3.
I mean, that still sucks.
We rolled the highest that we can roll here. We both rolled 6s. Like that is the worst option.
It was.
Let's bring it on. Just bring it on.
So as you pass through the garden and out the gate, you each feel it's kind of like a torn muscle, and it's kind of like a gut punch. It's very fast. It's not super physical. It's like your shadow is the one taking the gut punch, the torn muscle. Like it's all moved next to you, a disassociated pain. And you take that much damage to your sense of self. So the good news is that your luck is not going to go down. But your sense of self, which previously was the same number as your luck, has now gone down for Anita and Shears by 3 and for Knox by 1.
Does anyone hear music, or is this just in my head?
I'm sorry. Like, my housemate is
Oh,
playing the
okay.
piano.
Oh,
Let me.
God.
I thought I
That
was
was
losing my
perfectly
mind.
timed. That was so perfectly
It's very
timed.
beautiful. I was just really confused.
Right?
It's just like, this is what happens when we exit the garden. It's canon
That
now.
was perfect fucking timing.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
just
God.
dawning on me. I'm like, wait a minute, my show doesn't normally have music. I'm pretty sure I'm the person who would have to turn that shit on. Wait. No, it's fine. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just gonna sit here and groove.
I was so confused. I started taking out my headphones and going like,
Yeah, this is an original composition that's happening upstairs. So I'm a talk about getting the rights, so Girls Run These Worlds don't have to worry. It's fine. It's all
Hell
fine.
yeah.
Um,
Don't DMCA us, Twitch, please. We're poor.
God. Yeah, on my Zoom, it has like set up professional audio and audio settings. So Zoom knows. We're okay. We're fine. My sense of self has taken a huge hit. And we'll keep it moving. Gosh. Yeah, how is Arnica looking at this point?
Arca's looking a little bit wobbly. Just kind of a little bit lightheaded. I have absolutely bent over, kind of put my hands on my knees. I took 2 damage to my sense of self. And I'm fine. I'm fine.
Can I see if you are actually fine by doing some type of insight check?
Well, let's talk about your skills. What you got for? Do you have any kind of special skills that you think? I mean, I will let you roll without special skills, but they definitely help.
the skill of friendship.
Yes, friendship actually is. Yeah, I don't got anything. I don't have friendship as a skill. I don't have anything that would help here.
I have
So-
awareness.
You have awareness? Okay. If the 2 of you want to go over in the corner and whisper about me like it's not my birthday, that's fine. You could
No,
probably
I'm-
work together.
Ooh, no, I'm not gonna like go whisper. I'm gonna like go up to Arnica and sort of assess and be like, are you really fine with my eyes? And try to assess something.
Okay. So as you approach, you can roll against your luck. But the consequences of failing this roll are not cute.
I gotta check in on Arnica though. It's her birthday. I can't just.
Can't the pocket gods help?
I gotta take the risk. I don't know. Pocket gods, what do you think about Arnica? Is Arnica okay? I look to my shoulder.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. You can either roll against your luck, knowing that the consequences of failing this roll are bad, or you can sacrifice a pocket god and they will be able to let you know what's up. But it will, remember, each pocket god can do one excellent thing. They can give you the answer without the consequence.
Sacrifice a pocket
They'll
god?
fucking die?
What does sacrifice mean?
I mean, remember, these pocket gods are like Meeseeks. They have one thing that they were brought here to do, one excellent, tiny little miracle that they can just make happen. And then they will be so satisfied that their existence has been met that they go, ah. They're like little tiny Mr. Meeseeks. All they want is to do their miracle, and then they peace out.
So they'll die.
They'll be done. I suppose if you want to be plebeian about it, they will die. But they're little gods, so I mean, they're not dying. They're just being godlike somewhere else. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. One of the I'm about to like go and check in on Arnica because Arnica is trying to tell us she's fine, but I'm not sure. And then the pocket god is like, one of the pocket gods is like, hold up, like tugs on my ear. I just like turn, uh, and they're like, I got this. Put up my hand and I hold it to Arnica. Um, what happens when I use a pocket god in this way?
All right. So this little figure, which one is it? Which one of your little gods?
Oh gosh. Um, yeah. Which one? It's sort of like it's a it's a sort of like pocket god that like sort of like has a bit of like a blurred face at first, but as it like goes into my hand, it sort of like transforms from like a humanoid sort of shape into like Arnica, what is your favorite breed of dog?
A Newfoundland.
A Newfoundland dog that sort of
So
like uh goes into the palm of the hand and sort of like starts like walking out of the hand towards you, like barks one time, sort of like licks the side of your face, and just gives you those big dog eyes. And you feel compelled to open up to your friends about what you are feeling.
Your pocket
Um,
god's a therapy dog.
My
I
pocket
just
got
take
a
so
therapy
many
dog.
photos of this because I'm like, mini Newfie, mini Newfie. Oh my God, it's just so cute.
so here is what happens. As it walks from your hand to mine, a Newfoundland comes closer and it gives me the little kiss. I look down at it and it looks at me and our eyes meet and I feel compelled. And I lean down and I whisper very, very quiet for a hot minute in this dog's ear. And it backs up and it runs from my hand to yours. And when it touches your hand, it briefly loses shape and coherence. It turns into a couple of things in fairly fast order. It turns into a little humanoid figure, just a little tiny, indistinct person, feminine in shape. Very quickly, it turns into a wave of tangled little cords and strings. You think it's probably vines. It turns back into the little figure holding some kind of weapon. Bless its heart, it's trying to move quickly because it's losing cohesion. You see the little figure and the vines engaged in battle for a moment. The vines swamp the little figure, and they almost seem to merge. It is now a little figure covered in vines, just covered, only parts of it look out. And as the tiny little pocket god in your hand loses cohesion and turns into like stardust and drifts up past you, you hear a whisper on the wind. Only you hear it, Anita. And it says the idea of thorns.
Did your pocket god just play charades with you and then dip?
Um, I think I think they're done.
It,
Said something about the idea of thorns.
Don't. Never. Never out loud.
so basically the thing with the thing.
Okay.
It's contagious. We
Okay.
don't talk about the pointy meme. It's viral. You think you know what a viral meme is until you catch a viral meme. I'm fine. There's a party. Let's go. And I look fine. I look the same as I always do. I just needed to catch my breath. I'm not covered in thorns. There is nothing growing out of me. I do not look weird in any way. I'm not entirely sure how you have processed the small pantomime that the pocket god has given you, whether you've taken it literally or not, but it does seem to suggest, and I am not completely confirming nor denying, that I have caught something that I don't want to take back to Earth, and that I definitely don't want to pass on to you guys, because I will not allow you to take it back to Earth either. It's fine. It's a party.
All right, but if you start acting weirder than normal, and yes, I have to specify.
So are we gonna be able to tell?
Sure. It's fine. It's fine. Like,
All right, I'll believe you.
No, nobody
But
would
before-
ever go to a party when they have something contagious.
Well,
see, now you had to say it like that.
Knox.
Yeah, I think Anita's eyes have gone very, very sad because it is very obvious that Arnica is in some trouble or some pain. Doesn't understand like what it is, but like I think Anita is understanding that Arnica has been going through something very, very alone. And there is something foreboding about like what is ahead of us that is just weighing on my mind now. Um, but I think Anita will just say, sure thing. Let's go.
Oh,
We're on the path, right?
yeah, and before we do, a promise was a promise. And I take out my bag and the second gift. First, for my friends, for Knox. If you're familiar with the yarn brand Miss Babs, there is a 1,000 yard yarn called the Wowza. I hand that to you in your favorite color. For Anita, I want you to think of like the one thing that really makes you happy. And that's something that you've always wanted to have wish listed.
This is taken me off guard a little bit. It is not my birthday, and I was not expecting attention or gifts. But I sort of like received this and we can figure out what it is later because I'm not thinking of it.
Congrats, it's one episode of Knox not terrorizing you in School of the Stars.
Oh, that's precious. If you can figure out how to put that in gift form and like fit it in a box, that would be something. But no, I think Anita will just like take this and be like, thank you. Cheers. I feel bad now. I didn't get anything for you or Knox. I'm thank you.
There's never any pressure. I had a lot of dog sitting gigs. Y'all are my friends, and this is my way of showing appreciation. And there's also a picture of Lexi for both of your gifts. For Arnica, based on a previous conversation, just as for shits and giggles.
Oh god.
I love shits and giggles.
It's a bocce set with instructions on how to play.
Y'all, if you were not here, for which you weren't here, you do not understand the holy history that I had trying to figure out what the fuck a bocce was. It was great. It took us like 10 minutes to get through this. It was everything. I'm like, it was skee ball, it was curling, it was, I was trying to figure out what it
I
was.
said shuffleboard.
It was shuffleboard. We went through the list of every obscure white person.
I think Julie was the only person who understood.
I literally had to explain this, and then my soul went out of my body for a good 20 minutes.
During a stream. Like,
Yes.
this wasn't in the green room. This was in the middle of stream.
I think there's a clip of it. But yeah, there's that, and again,
Would you mind running it back one time for me? Just like for my benefit and this audience's. I would love to know what bocce is.
Bocce is a game where you throw these balls. The smaller one is like basically you throw first, and the larger ones are either different colors. You toss it to get it as close as possible to that marker ball, but you can also like knock out other opponents as you play to like get closer.
So it's like lawn shuffleboard.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And also the joke is
it was skee ball, it was curling, it was everything else.
I think it was like somebody said it's like pool, but throwing stuff.
I said it was like Jason Mendoza playing Jacksonville rule pool.
Yeah. So, and the more you, and the joke is like the more you drink, the better your aim.
Word. This feels like the Northeast's version of like cornhole. Like cornhole to the south is like bocce to the Northeast. It's fine. I understand now. Thank you for this. I appreciate it.
It's a drinking points game. So in that, we are correct. And that's really all you need to know is, are the adults middle-aged? Are they drinking? Then they're probably playing this for points. And in that, we are united.
Wait, what's cornhole?
No.
Please tell me. I will DM you. I will DM you it.
You know what?
Why is it?
You know what? When you get old enough to stand under the tree, sipping on the cheapest, not quite the cheapest, like the third cheapest beer, because you normally drink the good beer, but there's like 40 of you, and you all agree on the third cheapest. So when you are under the tree with like 5 other people between the ages of 35 to 50, and you're all drinking the third cheapest beer, you will know what cornhole is. It will come to you. You will get it.
This feels like a prophecy or some kind.
I mean, it is. The cookout comes for us all.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what a cookout is at least.
So God, Joe Black is better know what the fuck a cookout is. Anyway, so the garden we are in. Lovely little garden. Not dangerous at all. I don't say this ironically. I don't say this whimsically. Completely safe fucking garden. Because we're on the good path. This is the good. You know what? No, I was gonna be like, this is the good place, and I'm like, no, because I'm just sitting here grinning like Michael. No one's gonna trust me for 800 iterations. It's fine. We're on the good path, though. Hi, mans. We are in a glass roof gearworks. Now, the diamond-shaped panes making up this glass wall are each about as tall as a man, about 6 feet from corner to corner, and they're rotated open. They swivel on some cunningly wrought iron hinges that run through the center of them, so you can just open and twist the windows to the side. And so all of these giant diamond glass panes that go from the border of the brick wall all the way to the top, encasing this garden in another giant greenhouse. Every other one is turned open, and there's this cool cross breeze coming through, smells like spring. A lot of the other gearworks in the gardens are transportation hubs. This is not one of them. All the gears that you can see are laid out horizontally into the ground. They look like they were supposed to have been covered over, and in some places have been artistically shown off. There's a little brick path that winds around and through the gears, edged with a little white scalloped fence instead of a proper safety rail. So, like, don't think that will save you if you trip, but also the path's wide enough. Just don't fucking trip. Kind of winds around and through the garden in a series of branching paths. And there is a treasure hidden around here if you want to explore, or it's like 3 minutes to just walk from gate to gate. We can look for a treasure, we can shoot the shit, or we can just keep it pushing. What do you want to do?
I am like just quickly taking photos with like the zoom lens because like the shapes and everything is very pretty, and I'm like, ooh, if I edit this with like certain filters, this will be really cool.
It would be really.
Well, it is your birthday, Arnica. Do you want to look for treasure, or like, is this like a nice place where you want to like get ready a little bit before the party, or like what's the vibe?
Well, this is, you big-headed boy, stop jumping me. So we are in the 9th lair. So we are on the 9th garden.
We're
Out
in
of
a
13.
lair?
We're pretty close. Yeah, the gardens they're not visibly
Yeah,
stacked,
like
but
layer,
they are.
YER, not IR. It's
That
okay.
was my bad. I heard layer like a layer. I was
Yeah.
like,
I mean, that would track for
It's like
Arnica.
Shrek onions have layers, not
Got
like
it.
evil
Yeah.
villain, I am in
Okay.
a layer.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Please proceed.
I will just say that as the GM and the person who wrote this, who knows exactly what the treasure is in this garden, I can't make the decision of do we want to go treasure hunting. I know what the answer is. Y'all have to decide if you want to go treasure hunting.
I will say last time Arnica wanted to stay somewhere. um
Honestly though, this place doesn't give me any like super weird vibes. And like looking at Shears taking photos. Like Shears has had a very good sense of what to do, and Shears seems like relaxed.
Shears doesn't Shears wanted Shears stood there when murder chess pieces ran at us. I don't think I bet Shears has a really
That's
good
because
sense.
you ran.
They didn't want to murder us though.
I wasn't
And they
gonna give
gave us
him a
a
chance
gift.
though.
They
Because
gave us a
maybe,
gift though, and
but
it's
maybe,
gotten us on the better path.
but maybe
There were
the
worse
next,
paths than this.
but maybe the next gift is murder. It's like, happy birthday! Oh, a knife! Ah! Like,
Knox,
That's poor form, Knox.
I'm so
You gotta
sorry.
hold
I
it from the
haven't
base, and you gotta like do it like this. Otherwise, you're gonna break your wrist that way.
like this.
Hold it from
Knox.
no. You hold your thumb in front because you're gonna hurt your thumb joint that way. Yeah, like that, like that.
Stab.
Um, Yeah, I'll sort of like,
This is why we haven't gone to the cemetery yet.
yeah, I'll sort of like take you to the side a little and just be like, come on, Knox, it's a treasure hunt. I feel like this is right up Arnica's alley. Also, Shears has had very good instincts in this place so far. Like,
I
I
think
don't
Shears
know
might
if it
be
is,
immortal is the problem.
I don't know if it's the power of the coffee cart. I don't know if it is all of the lore that Shears has hidden in those very wise years of theirs, but it's a party, Knox. And this seems like it's less dangerous than it could be.
If I get trapped
Let's
in these gardens, you're the one who has to explain this to my grandma.
Oof. That's rough. That's a lot of responsibility. All
I'm
right,
just letting you know.
deal.
Meanwhile,
And I'll-
I'm with Arnica taking selfies, be like,
All right,
Uh,
so
yeah. Oh,
It's-
what would we would do like the filter with like the dog nose? That would be cute.
well, it'll be so cute. So, just as the GM, let me let you know the garden itself it has non-native ornamental grass. It's got pampas grasses. It's got a bunch of tall, kind of dry things that you can leave alone. It's got a couple little flowering bushes. The path wanders in and out among all of it. It is definitely one of those walking gardens. It's for touring, it's for looking at. The exposed gears are absolutely part of the aesthetic. Somewhere hidden among these bushes and other things, there is what is it hidden in? It's hidden in a wooden crate. So there's a wooden crate hidden somewhere in this garden. If we just so everybody roll a d3 for me, and that's how I'm going to tell you who found it.
can I use my advanced skill in tracking to try
You
and
sure
track
can.
a treasure?
Can I also use my advanced skill in tracking?
I'm the only
Yeah.
one that don't have that.
Everybody, so anybody who has tracking can add +1 or take away plus. You can add or subtract +1 because I've already rolled the number. You guys are going to see if you can match that number, and once you roll, you can decide if you want to go up or down. If you don't like the number you rolled, you too.
Are we trying to roll high or low?
You're trying to match the number I've already rolled. We're essentially playing pick a number, but with dice.
Okay. So,
And if you don't like the number you rolled because you have tracking, you can go up or down if you're like, no, this just doesn't feel right.
just 1d6. All right.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, wait, we keep the number on the d6? I thought you were doing the d3 thing.
So a 4 minus 3.
Or
That's a
or
that's
4
basically a 1.
divided by 2?
Wait, I'm
I'm
not a math guy.
Okay.
what's happening here?
You know
trying to
what?
make us all
Here's
do
what
math.
we're gonna do. We're gonna roll a d6. We're just gonna roll a d6. No one's doing math today. We're gonna roll a d6.
Thank
That's my
God.
number.
I'm an English major.
I was a theater major.
Okay.
I could see that.
So I
Adding
got
to
a
the lore.
6.
Adding to lore.
I'll go -1 and have a 5.
I rolled a
All right.
5.
Oh, wait.
I will
Okay,
go.
then never mind. Then
I
never
will
mind.
go.
I'll keep my
no,
6.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You want to have a 5?
No,
You wanna have a
You
5?
take your
It's
you take your
fine.
5.
No,
I'll
no.
take
I'm raising my
6.
hand. I'm raising my hand. Arnica, I have second
What?
sight. Can I use that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have a whole magic detector. I
I
flip
have-
it down.
This is great.
I have
So
awareness.
We all have a mad dash to the treasure.
Yes, this is
I have
hilarious.
trapping. Can I trap Anita
you guys find yourself
and Shears?
very excited, more excited than you thought you'd be to be participating in this spontaneous treasure hunt. Everyone is working together and also slightly against each other, but also together, trying to scurry around, find it just a little bit faster. And
I have a cat. Can my cats find it?
No, your cat is not helpful at all.
I
Your
have
cat is
4
with
remaining
pampas
pocket
grass.
gods.
Um,
That's
and
not
so
fair. Anita gets to use the pocket god.
all right, Anita, odds or evens?
Odd. It could only be odd in this group.
All right. So while Shears is vaguely having some kind of Shears, you reach for your second sight and it's not helpful. You've never used it before. You're not experienced with it, and all it's showing you is more pampas grass. It's showing you exactly the cluster of pampas grass that it's behind, but it looks like every other cluster over here. So it doesn't help at all. However, Anita, when you flip down your ruby lorgonette, you see a slight glow behind the one right next to you. You just kind of take your foot and you nudge the grass a little bit, and you unearth a smooth, I don't know, it's about 4.5 feet long. It's about 2.5 feet wide, 18 inches deep. It's a nice size, sturdy little chest. It's heavier than you thought it would be, but not too heavy to move comfortably as you kind of pick it up. And when you open it, inside it's a little bit dusty, but it's a set of chainmail armor. It is a bluish steel set of chainmail. It has a slight glimmer to it of magic. And as you look through your ruby lorgonette, it startles you because it starts giving you a little heads up. It starts explaining to you what this magic is. Because why not? It's magic, your magic. Witch Hunter, tell you what a spell does. And it tells you that this chainmail protects against corrosion. The wearer takes half damage from any attack that causes corrosion. So treasure.
Yeah, as soon as I move the grass, I yell out, "Bingo!"
Oh, that is pretty.
Boo!
Oh, that looks
Ah.
pretty. Oh, that is so cool.
Apparently,
Hold it up. I'm gonna take a photo.
oh, I hold it up like Simba in that meme, and hope that it's like a good like pose. But yeah,
Yeah,
present
like the light is
armor.
just coming in as you're doing that.
It's hilarious. As you lift it up to the sky, it kind of like, it doesn't, ooh, this is creepy wiggle, but you feel it warm and kind of settle in your hand, like chainmail just settling in on itself. But also it has resized itself to exactly your size. It is perfectly fit for you, should you choose to keep it. If not, you can put it back and someone else can treasure hunt here. Maybe someone else wants chainmail.
Like knowing that it protects against corrosion, I think that Anita is going to, after the photo shoot is done, present it to Arnica, because Anita like is worried that whatever is happening is corroding her friend. And also, you're the birthday girl. So of course you get the spoils of treasure. I present it very dramatically and bow as I do so.
Thank you. I do take it, but it does not resize to fit me. It is Finders Keepers. So
oh no.
It is fine. You may choose to keep the armor, or you may choose to give it to me and I can do something with it, or we can put it back if you don't want it and the next person who comes across the garden can use it.
Dang.
There is so much freaking magical armor in this game. So much magical armor. If we had taken a different path, y'all be changing armor like people change draws, just flop, flop, flop.
I didn't know it was like a Mandalorian black saber type thing. I would have like found the thing and then like drawn you over to it. I'm sorry, Arnica. Um,
I'm not. That's why I didn't tell you.
dang it. Uh, and we'll just like, I guess, pocket the armor for use next time. Um, and just like have it around. Not gonna wear it because I know I would just like I would probably hurt myself in the armor much more than it would protect me. I don't know how to wear armor. So we put it in the bag. We got a little gift. Um, who would who would bury like this really nice magic item? I think that thought comes across, and I sort of like pick up the chest and look at it for any identifying markers.
Um, there is there is language on it. It is none of us, I cannot identify the language, you can't. It is not an earthly language. It's not the language of the she either.
Huh. Interesting. Uh, I think I'll like pick up the chest too. I'll just take the whole thing. I'll return the armor to the chest. I'll close it and put it in the bag.
Cool. All right. So you found the chest in a pile of grass right there by the exit gate. And as we push through onto the 10th layer, so close to the party, y'all. What you see is we come across this tower was once a lighthouse in a garden where the sea had crept beyond its artfully sculpted tide pools. And it has now come all the way out until it has. Okay, so here's the thing. You're on the edge of this. Puffin, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but stop standing at my feet screaming. Go away, Puffin. Anyway.
Here we thought it would be Hazel doing it.
No, it's Puffin. No, go say hi to mommy. Bye.
No, Hazel fucked off into the living room.
So this garden is, I don't know, it's a big garden. These gardens get bigger the deeper you go in. And this one is a solid half a mile from one gate to the other. A tower shaped and colored like a lighthouse sits actually fairly close, about halfway, a little less than halfway. And you can go the long way, follow the path, or it's deep. The water is deep but warm. It's a warm water ocean. When you look down as we follow and get close to the cliff edge where the lighthouse sits, you see that coral has grown over all the sculpted knotwork plants, all the little topiaries and things. So now instead of boxwood hedges shaped like Celtic knots and little swirls and ribbons, there's corals that have grown over shaped like Celtic knots. And it's very beautiful. They're brightly colored. There are anemones arranged in ornate, elegant knotwork patterns, as if they've just carefully overgrown the shaped formal gardens that used to be there. There are no signs of sharks, large fish. The PCs, you guys can safely swim across from the gates of the lighthouse. You can hop across some rocks, or we can take the longer walk on the path. Or we can just skip the tower and just head to the gate.
I am distracted once again by taking a ton of photos, especially of the coral. And I'm waiting for like the water to hit it to like go whoosh on the lighthouse. And I'm just like, come on, ocean, do your thing, do your thing. Yeah.
The ocean does the thing.
I'm just like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this photo. This is be fucking great. I'm sorry, what were we doing? What?
So what do you guys think? Do you want to take a quick peek at the lighthouse? As we walk a little bit closer, you can see that for all its height, there are actually 2 levels of it that are underwater. It's 8 levels tall, so 6 of them are above water, 2 are below. At least from the outside, they're below. Or we can just bypass the tower and keep going. What do you want to do?
About how
Oh,
much
shit.
time? Oh,
I spilled my drink, but it had a lid on it, so it's
Oh.
fine.
Oh, I thought the
Yay!
cat came back.
No, I wish I could blame it on the cat. That was all me.
The cat
I
came
blamed
back.
it on the cat.
um, how much time do we have before we need to get out of here?
So
Like, how
it's
much time do
been
we have
we've
before
had
we
an
need to get out of here? And how much time do we have before the Black Queen's party starts?
so the Black Queen's party is an all-day affair in Yen, and Yen's days are longer than the day on Earth. So it's going from midnight to midnight Yen time. So it started far before you guys even showed up. And a Yenian day is 48 hours long.
Damn.
So don't worry, it's not going to end before we get there. It started without us, it'll finish without us. No, don't even worry. The important shit will not, we're going to get there right in time for all the best important shit. But we've taken some detours. We had to get a little lost. We've gotten involved. We've had some conversations. We have been here now for about 6.5 hours. So we really we really can't turn around at this point because we've had at least one garden where we had to drop into it. Only way through is forward. We've got plenty of time. We absolutely have time to take a peek through the tower if you want to.
Do we have to get out of here by the 12-hour mark? By the 24-hour mark?
By the 24-hour mark. So like we still got like 18 hours.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, but it's taken us like 6 hours just to get this far. So I'd say factor in an extra 2 hours each way. You want a decent amount of time to party. We want to get back to the gate with like about at least an hour to spare.
Yeah, and try to make the bus.
Yeah.
Fair.
So if we
Yeah,
stay here for a
like
little bit longer, we are eventually going to have to start
eight,
just walking through.
yeah, 8 levels is a lot of levels, and I feel like we could get caught up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
As chaotic as I am, Knox, don't laugh. I honestly think we should probably head straight to the party. I'm because like yes, I'm curious about the lighthouse, but I think we could probably do that another time.
yeah, I'm excited to see this Black Queen.
Yeah, aren't we in fucking Maine? Don't they have lighthouses?
I mean, they ain't got lighthouses like this, but yes, we do have lighthouses in Maine.
And
Yeah,
as I
eight
always say, I'm
stories.
from Long Island. We have a shit ton of lighthouses.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
See,
Many
we'll just
are
go
still
visit
active.
Shears and we'll go see a lighthouse. It's fine.
You can also see the duck.
Oh yeah, the duck.
Yeah, let's keep it pushing. We'll skip past this lighthouse, and next time we'll go to a different lighthouse, maybe in Long Island.
All right. I don't blame y'all. You know what? There was so much happening in there. It was great. It was terrible. So much. It's probably all for the best. As we pass through, walks, it's still a pretty sizable walk, even having skipped the tower, just because of the size of the garden. It takes a solid like 40 minutes to cross. But it's not uphill. In fact, it's a little bit downhill. once, not downhill enough to make your knees hurt, just downhill enough that you naturally go a little bit faster. Once we get past the tower itself, it's a very easy stroll. There is a sound that kind of trails on the air as we go past. It does sound a little bit like a mournful, deep animal's cry. Not hurt, just kind of a, oh, woe is me kind of thing. But you know what? That is not our problem. That whoever's in the tower can deal with their own emotions right now. It's fine. Sometimes you just have to process. Okay.
I live near Appalachia. That's a mind your business. That we keep it stepping. Like
Sometimes you
specifically
just
when
gotta
it's
let it
like,
out. Sometimes you just gotta let it out.
So as we get to the very next garden, we are so close. We are in, technically, as we hit the edge of the gate, you see that on the actual side pieces, on the posts, that's the word I want, on the posts, on the fence post next to each gate, there's a series of ornate carvings. They are all in the Shi tongue. They're all in Yinian, so they're very sharp and also very round simultaneously. They're layered on top of each other, but they're all small, like they've been written by human hand. They're a little bit messy, like whoever wrote it has terrible handwriting and was moving fast, but they decorate it. And when you come across fence posts like this, what that means is that you are hitting what's called a locked garden. The gardens of Yen shuffle and move around. The same gates that we passed, anytime we feel like, I'm not doing this, you turn around, go through the gate, close it, open it again, and it's a different garden on the same layer. Unless the gates are locked, in which case they will always open onto this garden. We are now entering parts of the Black Queen's expanse that are locked gardens. Locked gardens are almost always very, very safe places. This garden has a whole bunch of ivy growing all over the gate. Not kudzu, not rose thorns, just English ivy. It's a little round gate. It's blue, slightly bigger than you would expect, but not like, ooh, giant big, just like Hobbit door big. And it takes you out into an ivy covered kennel. There is some kudzu mixed in with the English ivy here, and it's almost completely covered this whole garden. There are 8 shacks buried either partially or completely under these overwhelming green vines. It laps like water at the edges of the path. This garden is not really in use, but obviously it serves as a decent path through to where people want to go. In the center of the garden, a full set of animal servants are battling a pack of 8 peahawks, not cocks, with snares, nooses, and nets trying to catch them. Now, this is the first time you guys have ever run across the animal servants or the peahawks. And this is what you see. Animal servants were made by the Shi, the same as the Rose Maidens and the Glass Butlers, and they come in 3 varieties, and they typically move together in a pack. They're led by a ferret butler. The ferret butler identifies as however, but they always have their fur brushed very sleekly. They're always wearing a neatly pressed suit. They can speak. They're very smart. Not quite human smart, but almost. Nothing really in Yen is quite human smart for deliberate reasons. But it's smart enough to be able to speak, to understand, to follow instructions, and to give instructions to the other animal servants who listen to it. There's a handful. There are 6 fish maids. They are exactly what they sound like. They're little fish people. Did you ever see Mom and Dad Save the World? You know the goldfish
Yeah.
who were mom? Yep, that's who you should be imagining every time we say fish servants. Just little fish people, reverse mermaids. They got hands and feet and fish heads. Reverse mermaids, they're fish up top and humanoid. Scales all over. They got little fins on there. They got little webbed fingers. They got little fins hanging off their arms and legs. They look like whatever version of fish they happen to be. The other group are frog servants. And they are exactly what they sound like. They're little frogs in pants. They're standing up. Frog and toad, anthropomorphized. Boom. So you're seeing an entire group of animal servants, 6 fish maids, 3 frogs, 3 frog servants, 1 ferret butler. They are dressed for rough work. They've got heavy coats on. Everybody's got on kind of jeans. They got on boots. They got hats. They got nets, and they got snares because they're confronting peahawks. Peahawks, once upon a time, were ornamental. If you're as big as the she, then having around a bird that's like 8 feet tall is no big deal because it still only comes up to like mid-thigh, like a real peacock on a person. But when you have something that's 8 feet tall, that's really more like a terror bird in the color of a peacock than anything else, they can be a bit unruly. The Black Queen does not let peahawks run just loose in her expanse. They catch them and tame them when they can, and they remove them when they can't. It's fine. It's fine. They're delicious.
Kind of like
It's
invasive
fine.
species kind of deal.
Yeah. And so at the moment, all of the animal servants are focused on the leader of these peahawks, an albino of extraordinary size, well over 10 feet tall, with a fan of white gold and opalescent fire of a prodigious length. There are a couple with gleaming purple and blue colorations among the India blues in the pack, but mostly they're the teal to emerald gold of Congo greens. Not that I really like peacocks or anything. So here's what's going on. We can join in. We can help them try to catch. This is technically a fight, but they're not really fighting the peahawks. They're trying to catch them. Or you can just go about our business, or we can even just hide in one of these overgrown kennels until they're done doing what they do and just, what do you want to do?
I
Oh
think
no, I'm in trouble.
Are they trying to catch a giant bird then?
They're trying to catch like 5 giant bird things.
I have 2 cats.
I mean, you do have 2 cats. Did you hear me say how big the birds are?
Have you met my cat?
I also
I have
a
seen
staff
your
with
cat. I
bells
have seen
on
her
it.
butthole on this screen at least 3 times, and I can tell you right now, she is not going to take 10 feet of pee.
I don't know. My
Would you
cat's
throw Hazel at
scared.
a cassowary? Matt, you should be thinking of these things like cassowaries with great tails. Would you pick up Hazel and launch her at a cassowary like a missile?
I wouldn't launch her. I'm saying she would launch herself. My cat decided that when she went to go stay at somebody else's house, they had these 2 giant ass golden doodles, and she scared them into submission.
Mm.
8 feet tall giants.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm saying
Your
my
cat-
cat has my survival instinct.
None.
oh
Gotcha.
Yeah.
uh,
I
Go on,
have
Glass,
a
you're
staff
gonna
with bells on it, and I walk over to one of the butlers, and I'm like, "You need a hand?
Oh God.
This is my weakness: cute animals."
And these guys are all very cute. In fact, I'm gonna tell you how cute. Watch
God.
this.
Oh no.
No, they're super cute. What I want you to do, Shears, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d6?
You're rolling to see how cute they are.
I'm going to tell you what kind of fish or frogs they are.
A 1.
Oh no.
All right. And were those, you know what, just go all the way to the bottom. Thank you. Why don't you tell me, were those the frogs or the fish? Who did you roll for?
I just rolled a D6.
I know, I'm asking you to choose.
Oh
I'm asking you to choose
no.
frog or fish.
Frog, because I'm a fan of Frog and Toad.
All right. So
Can one
are
of
you
the frogs be named Jeremiah?
If there's a Frog and Toad that are like a cute couple
Oh my
wearing the
God, are
same
they
thing,
married?
Where are my animal
married
servants?
for
I
30
have so many
years,
pages. So many pages.
they share a cottage.
They do share a cottage.
In
They
history,
all
we'll
do
know
share a
them
cottage.
as
They live
best
together. It's super
friends,
cute.
roommate.
They are not
Oh my
best friends.
God.
They are so gay. These are gay, gay, gay frogs.
Very gay frogs.
All right. So they are actually all bullfrogs, though. They are belligerent bullfrogs. So there are 3 belligerent bullfrogs, and they just kind of look at you. One of them swells up, just but he shoves a catch pole at you real quick, and he goes, aim high, stand back, and he
Mhm.
kind of shows you, and he's doing a terrible job, by the way. Whatever he's trying to show you to net this thing, he's not doing a great job. He's going to annoy it pretty soon. Nox, why don't you roll the other d6?
I'm so fucking happy right now.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Please let one of them be named Jeremiah. I also rolled a 1.
All right. The fish servants, all 6 of them are fancy goldfish. So they have little, some of them are bright gold, some of them have little calico splotches all across. And with their little hats, one of them, she's a little shy, but she's rough. She is not backing down from these peahawks, but she very shyly kind of offers you one of these catch sticks, like, please. Please don't let this. Don't you see I'm just a little fish?
This is so cute. This is how we go, Anita. This is how we go.
Oh,
I
Anita,
think
roll me a d6.
no, I think Anita was like in the back, just I think Anita heard like, oh, this is a locked door. This means like it's probably safer on the other side. And Anita was just like, oh, okay, locked door. Hold on, locked door and safer, and we can't turn back. I feel like you don't lock your door when you get to the safer places where you get to be. Like you lock your door when you are in unsafe scenarios. So I think I'm just like looking back, can I really not like go back and open the and I turn and just see like, oh, murder birds, dinosaurs.
Beautiful
And
dinosaurs.
we're supposed to capture the dinosaurs. Beautiful. That is a 3 on my d6.
All right. So you're kind of hanging back. You're staring back at the gate that's unlike all the other ones which have shut. This gate is indeed locked open. So that it is always in this position and people can always pass through this area. So while you are staring back and realizing that the gate is locked open but you can't see the lighthouse anymore. Instead, all you see is just kind of a generic bucolic path stretching out into a whole bunch of space where we were not. And you're starting to see what I mean about the gardens shuffling themselves in front of the gates as people come through. The ferret butler, a fancy cinnamon in a jaunty little newsboy cap, kind of walks over to you and leans up and kind of gives you a little nudge on the shoulder and goes, yeah,
Eh.
fucking trip the first time you see it. You your friends seem real eager to tangle with these peahawks. They're real lucky that these are just some of the queen's pets that have gotten loose and are running free. Real peahawks are dangerous. They should do not
These
let
aren't
them
even the real ones.
these are no look. Who sends a ferret to capture a peacock? Right? Like,
I
are
don't
you
know.
new?
I don't know.
It's kind of nods like you're new here, huh?
I'm new here. um, I can't give you my name. We went through this. You can call me A. What can I call you?
They just kind of shrugs and goes, I'm a ferret, yo. Just they just call me Butler. Some of them call me Cinnamon. Her Majesty just calls me Cinnamon. So everyone else is too.
Do
Oh,
you like being called Cinnamon?
I'm a ferret, man. We don't need names. Just like this is a real rough. You should be imagining this ferret is dressed like the best dressed newsie. Like little
Okay. I feel
newscast
like
stuff.
this I
Rough
feel like
voice.
this isn't the time for us to like talk because it seems like we're all like in a very dangerous situation right now. But what's going on? What are they doing? And God, you're gonna subdue those things?
Oh yeah, no, it's easy. Right now we're just trying to kind of herd them together. And as soon as they do, and you and the ferret are real close to one of the mostly collapsed buildings, and it watches as Shears is very excitedly helping the bullfrogs kind of push back one of the big ones. And the little fish are mostly just kind of fluttering around the smaller ones. Knox is trying to keep Hazel out from underfoot, and it goes close enough. The ferret leans past you into the kennel, flips down a hidden lever, and as it does, a surge of magic ripples across the garden. You hear a deep groaning click from underneath the ground. And as that magic ripples through, blowing across everyone's hair and face, it materializes enormous filigree decorated glass cages on wheels. Just these outrageous little part carriage, part bird cage. Boop. Underneath every one of these individual peahawks. Pop, 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 pop. It goes, yeah, no, wasn't even a problem. We just had to distract him long enough for me to do that. Didn't your friend tell you? You're in the Black Queen's expanse. It's all safe here from here on in.
I happy
Yeah.
stim.
Yeah,
I'm like,
safe.
I think Shears wants to meet you. So I'ma just sit down away from the murder birds. It was very nice to meet you. I don't know how to address you, so I'm just gonna sit down.
oh, this is so cool.
Right. So, uh, the bullfrogs are moving around. They are quite large. They're larger than a human. The fish servants are smaller than a human. They tend to sit, most of them tend to stand like the Rosemains, about 3.5 feet. Some of the other frog servants do too, but the bullfrogs are big. They tend to be about 7.5 feet tall. They're very thick, they're wide, and they just kind of move together, and each of them puts a chain, like a golden brassy copper chain over their shoulders, and it's connected to these giant glass bird cages. They just kind of tip their caps at you, like, thanks for help distracting them. And they start pulling, like these things weigh nothing, just pulling them through the kudzu towards the opposite gate, which is enormous. It is also locked open, and it is 13 feet tall. It's wide enough for 2 cars to drive through. It says Bouquet Town in beautifully wood burned carvings. It's got an enormous sign. You have come across one of the Guinean settlements. And it is the next garden is one of the big settlements. It is directly outside the Black Queen's Luminous Cemetery. Like, you're technically here. As soon as you enter this town, you're technically there, because like that's like being in the suburbs outside of town. You're not there, but you're there. What do you want to do?
You just see me in heart eyes. Like, if anyone's ever watched the animated Frog and Toad from like the 70s, that's what I am seeing right now. And I am turning, like, my autistic ass is on hyperfixation. And like, oh, Knox, Anita, oh my God. Oh no, Erica, this is so pretty. And I'm like doing everything I can to contain all of this excitement, and I am failing.
Please tell me one of you is named Jeremiah. Please.
Or Gerard.
Both work. Please.
One of the frogs just outside the gate turns around, looks at you as you go, please tell me one of you is named Jeremiah. And he gives you a
yes.
And then he and his load disappear. It does take it takes 2 little fish maids to do the same pull that the bullfrogs did. But as small as these fish maids are, understand that 2 of them can pull one of these giant carriages. Even the cute things in Yen are very strong. They are not human, never forget. I mean, be comfortable. They're nice, they're friendly, but also just kind of keep in mind 2 fish maids can pull this giant carriage. So that's fine. Everybody pulls the carriages through the gates into the settlement town, and the butler looks at you and just kind of goes, I guess I'll see you at the party. Tips his hat, scurries away himself. He leaves us all standing there in the ivy-covered kennels. What do you want to do?
I'm sitting on the ground, like very near the gate that we used to enter, just like trying to reckon in my mind that my friends have just fought dinosaurs and survived, and those were the small ones. This is it. It's a lot, and like the idea that like the locked doors are safer is not like computing in Anita's mind. And I think Anita is like pretty sure we are going into the most dangerous part, especially considering that like we don't know the Black Queen. We're not the Black Queen's loyal subjects. Queens like conquer things. Anita's starting to get like second thoughts a little bit.
But they're locked open. Locked open.
Like I don't think I'm like saying that to anyone. I'm just like in my thoughts, in my feelings a little bit.
I get it.
But I just I'm taking some time to like collect myself. Knox and Shears both look incredibly like taken by the giant frogs. How is Arnica looking right now?
So Arnica is fine. She's just kind of wandered over. I know this garden. I know this garden very well. I'm just kind of playing around, poking in and out of the buildings. It's like being 5 again. Except this time I don't have to worry that the adults are going to catch me running through the kudzu into the fallen down buildings. And they're going to yell at me, Muffin Ann, you got to get out of there. You know, because this time there's no copperheads and no black widows and no rattlesnakes. None of the things that the adults were rightfully trying to keep me from getting bitten by exist here. So I'm living my 5-year-old dream and I'm running through all the spaces I'm not allowed to run through because they're full of snakes. Not here, they're not. Not here.
I stand. Um, and yeah, I guess I'll sort of like yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Arnica and be like, hey friend, you doing okay?
We're almost there. Right through there is town. You are going to love this place. It's just the fertile settlement is one of the it's the second biggest settlement in the Black Queen's Expanse. And it's just beautiful. Every inch of it. It's a hugely populated town. There's rose maidens and there's living shadows and there's like non-predatory animate statues. You're going to get to see all the things I told you would see, and instead you saw all the weird danger. You're going to see all the regular shit here. It's great. Look, ask the witch cat. And you look down, and the witch cat, the Black Tom, has been circling you underneath the kudzu. He's really he can feels that you are starting to not vibe this. And so he's staying kind of close to you, kind of circling back and forth, purring loud enough that you can hear him. He sounds like a Chevy. He's just going. Very reassuring.
I lean down and pet the cat, because what else are you supposed to do when when approached with a cat wanting to be near you and purring very loudly? So I just do that, and I say, all right, let's do it.
All right.
And I sort of turn, and are the huge, like, they moved on, like the bullfrogs, the fish, like moved on to another place.
Butler, everybody went through the locked open gate to the next garden, the fertile settlement. You can see the road that they took, because since these two gates are locked, since these gardens are locked together and locked open, they're part of 4 in every direction. The Black Queen's luminous cemetery in the middle, and then there's, well, it's 5 by 5 because there's 2 in front, 2 in back, 2 to the side, 2 to the side. The 4 in every cardinal direction are locked, so that you always come to the Black Queen's Expanse the same way. So you can see into this large garden. It's a permanent tent city. And today it is in full swing. It is throwing an enormous festival in honor of the Black Queen's birthday. Like, you can hear it from where you are. You can see it. It's just a giant party. The party has started out here. The house party has spilled into the yard. Just waiting for us. Party.
Meanwhile, Knox and I are still like cheering over there is a bullfrog named Jeremiah. Like, oh,
we're
my
just
God.
singing Jeremiah.
Ba-dum-bum.
Do we need the rights for that? Guys,
Not
come
if
on.
we do the whole thing.
Only for
Not if
3
we
seconds.
keep cutting it into weird chunks like that. We skip like 6 words. That lets us skip. We're
Awesome.
good.
For 3 seconds and we're good.
Yeah. We're very careful about how much music we don't copyright.
Adding that to the playlist.
Yeah, I think yeah, I'm gonna ask Arnica, do you do hugs? Are hugs a thing that you like? I feel compelled to hug you at this moment.
We can absolutely do a hug. I will absolutely hug you, especially because you asked. Thank you.
Uh, and I just give Arnica a very long hug.
All right. My hugs are excellent. It is enthusiastic. And 1 second. You getting ready to go to the store?
Yeah.
Grab me a Pepsi. That was so important. I really had to let you guys know that I needed a Pepsi. Oh, I done lost Knox. See, look what happened.
Oop.
I said Pepsi and she's like, no, I need a diet. I need a Dr. Pepper. Hold on. And she's like, what a great
The
idea.
Pepsi was too powerful.
All right, you know what? Let's give Knox a minute. Let's go ahead, and we were gonna wait for our break till a little bit later because we are Shears is leaving a little bit early, but why don't we go ahead and take it now to give Knox a chance to get. Do you guys see? Okay, there she is. She did disappear on the thing. All right, let's go ahead and go to break now, and let's give Knox a chance to come back, and then we'll just take another teeny tiny break when it's time for Shears to leave. All right, let's pay them Bezos bills.
Happy birthday, Arnica!
Happy birthday!
Arnica! Birthday!
All
By the
right,
way,
thank you.
I'm finishing the second can and I'm about to start the third.
Oh my
Hell yeah. I drank 16 ounces of Pepsi and I'm waiting for more Pepsi to get here. Not sorry. Water is for healthy people. I don't have time for that. Don't you see I am a bundle of bad habits, enthusiasm, terror, and whimsy? Who has time for water among all that?
Dr. Pepper!
You do realize soda is not a food group.
They be reading
It
me
is in
the
my
filth
world.
on Players Paradise about not drinking water. They really do. Anita, I know. Don't worry. There is literally an entire server full of Black people who are constantly going, "You ain't drank no water today, have you, Monica?" And I'm like, "No."
The funny thing is, I have a
Interesting.
friend who I am constantly calling out for not drinking water.
Look, I will drink some water after this stream because again, they got to get back from the store with it. The water, the pipe. I can drink water from the pipes at my house, but the pipes at my mom's house taste funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it is like in this house right now.
Yeah,
It's weird.
same. Hey, nope,
Weird.
that's why I got
We got like the
this.
new like the Brita container now in like the fridge. Best thing ever.
Well, we have to replace our filter.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, so
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
what you guys can see, even before you pass into the new garden, you can see it stretching out ahead of you. It is a permanent settlement, an enormous, partially permanent, partially fluxing, transient city of enormous combinations of silk and linen tents, pavilions, brightly colored covered wagons scattered in among living buildings that grow together out of interwoven bamboo and woody vines. Overhead, a couple 100 feet, an enormous, sinuously curved shape an amorphous kind of blob. It is a postmodern sculpture in the sky, and it just twists there, unsupported, lush swaths of thick floral vegetation growing upside down from it, draping towards the ground. The vines that are covered in fruits and flowers trail playfully down to drift in the breeze. Petals are just falling like snow in a steady shower. I'm telling you, it's like one would think that the Black Queen had conquered this entire expanse specifically so that she could live behind this town and just look at it all day. But that would be just ridiculous. What a petty bitch, conquer a whole thing just so she could look at that. Anyway, don't worry about it. She's lovely. You'll love her.
This is helping our theory so much.
I don't know what you're talking about. At a distance, the curves and twists of the floating structures look whimsically absurd, but as you get into the garden and get closer to town, you will see that the shadow that they cast and the petals that they drop actually form the roads of this town. It's gorgeous. Are you guys ready to head in? What do you want to do?
I want to pick up petals and throw them in the air and run underneath them.
I am taking so many photos of this. And like one of the photos is just like Nox like, oh! And it's all like as if it were like an anime kind of deal.
Yes, it is. Anita, look how happy everyone is. Look how not dangerous this is. Your pocket gods do not seem stressed. I would like you to know they seem perfectly satisfied and content on your shoulder. None of them are giving any signal that you should be alarmed.
I pull up like an anime opening track on the downloaded playlist from my Spotify. I play it as I run through the flowers with my cat.
Yeah.
Is it is it Oron Host Club's?
Yes, it is.
Oof. Yeah, that's a core memory or an high school host club.
It is my favorite anime. I don't know
Lord.
what that says about me.
Oh, Nox. That's fair. I'm gonna look around to the happy people. Like, is there anybody nearby? This place seems to be more populated than other places.
It is very populated. There are a couple of people wandering towards the edges. You can actually see that there's a surprising number of gates scattered across the wall, some coming in at weird angles, like through corners and shit. But people are moving along these roads headed into town. The closer in you get, the more that there are wagons, there are pavilions, there are a couple of pole buildings, but like everything is very open air here. There's a lot of beings, a lot of people, not a lot of humans or even many humanoids, but a lot of people and beings.
Yeah, I'll go up to sort of like the closest one that doesn't seem to be like engaged. And just like who is near me that I can talk to.
So as you guys head up the red road, among the scatter of red petals, there is a waxed linen, just kind of like it's taller in the front than in the back. I don't remember what kind of, I can't pull the word. It's not lean to, but it's close enough. And there is another cat. This cat can talk though. I can't promise that the other cat that's been with you guys, so that cat could talk. That cat talked. I remember. He just ain't said shit yet. There is a cat sitting there with a whole bunch of stuff for sale. This cat buys and sells weird shit that you may have found in previous gardens. So he's got your cat, your big black cat jumps up. The two of them touch noses. They start meowing. So they're talking in cat, but they can both speak English. They talk for a few minutes, and then the other cat looks at you, and it's a little delicate boned little female with a real short little bobtail. And she goes, "Hi."
Oh, Lord. You can talk. Sorry. Hi. I
Oh,
should be used to
so
this. Hi.
cute.
Um, you can call
Shit, I summoned
me.
my dog.
You can call me A. Oh, do you have names, or are you like, I don't do names?
Uh, she just kind of gives you a look, but it's not like a disgusted look. It's just like a, oh, bless. She's looking at you like some people look at cats, and she goes, "A cat has any name it wants.
Do you
Pick
have
one. If I like it, I'll answer to it. You know how
uh,
cats are."
bet? Um,
She goes, "I love Bet."
bet. I say, so Bet, what do you have for sale here? Might I patronize your business?
Oh,
Yeah, so
patronize them.
Bet has
I-
a variety of things. Mostly what she has are small trinkets, things about the size that a cat would pick up. She has a couple watches. Some of them are broken, some of them are not. None of them tell the time on Earth. Two of them tell the time in a different galaxy because the planets and the stars that are taking place instead of numbers, none of them match what are in our sky. But there is one watch that's close enough. It does keep track of where Earth is in position in relation to a star that is not our star, but it's visibly Earth.
I think that's pretty cool. Like Earth from a new perspective. Um, and I ask, this is neat. How much is this? I don't know how money works here.
Uh,
I try
she
to bluff like I do.
she looks at you. She looks at the black Tom. She walks over and she sniffs your hand, kind of walks around, flicks her tail twice, circles you, and goes, mm, I want I want an extra letter from your name. One of the ones that you're not using.
I'm using all of them, though. um, gosh, I try to haggle. Um, cause yeah, I don't want nobody messing with my name.
I
Um,
mean, if you give the T, we can just say your name really fast and it'll sound close enough.
um, I um I sort of like look in my bag and like my sack to see if I have anything, and I'm going to look through my stuff right now. Hmm, okay. Now, letter from my name. That is something. I mean, I think I think I have something that's a little more up your alley, though. Something that sort of fits in with the theme that you've got going here. And I will take out one of my silver roses uh, and lay it on the counter for inspection. Uh, this is um, this is something that is very important to me. I paid for it in water, and water is like 70% me. So I put a lot of me into this.
What?
Perhaps this instead of a letter that's just one letter. This is like 70% me. By
Again, she just this is not a kitten. This is an old cat. This cat is like 13 years old. She knows life, the universe, and everything in it. And she looks at you like, oh, bless. She just thinks you are just kitten cute. She, you know what? She's not gonna take the letter from your name, but no, this watch is worth more than
Do you want fancy feast?
70% you. She also wants the armor and the box that it's in.
oh, well, that's fair. I'm not good at haggling. And I'll just be like, I mean, yeah, sure. I wasn't gonna use it. And I take out the box and I present it in exchange for a very pretty watch.
All right. So the cat just kind of nods her head, and the Tom, who I guess maybe was not your pet after all, but instead was just kind of traveling with you because these two cats seem to know each other real well. She's letting he just reaches over, opens up the lockbox. It's just a small little thing, but the entire wooden crate fits into it easily. The rose lays down, it flips over, and Bet looks at you and goes, "You got change coming, so here's the secret." She kind of tips her head for you to lean down a little bit closer. And she goes, "Your friend is gone." And you guys turn around and boop, I am not there.
Oh shit. Okay.
Thank you. Here's the
Fine.
rest of the fancy feast in return.
Nice. That boy is in it. The second you put it down, he's got his whole big ass head in the fancy feast. He's grubbing. He's got
Arnica.
this.
Ah, crap.
I would like to track Arnica.
I'd also like to track Arnica.
All right. So go ahead and you're going to, let's pull this up and go over this together one more time.
I'm going to attempt second sight one more time.
All right. Please load and stop just staring at me, screen. I have like 5 different things open, and at this point, when I go to jump between them, it reloads all of them. It's treating me very badly. It's almost like I'm 4.
It's being
And
very
I've got
rude.
a janky old computer. It's fine. It's fine. I just want to make sure I have you rolling the right dice, because I'm gonna give y'all instructions, and then all of a sudden the page will load and it'll be like, those were all the wrong instructions. Those are the
No.
instructions you have memorized from good strong hands. These are completely different rules. Because I'm gonna let y'all know I had y'all roll good strong hand rules at least twice last week. And then I was like, wait, I gave them well, that's what I told them to do. So that was the right instruction at the moment. This is really not gonna load. It's
Listen,
fine.
during
So
School of
you're
the
rolling
Stars, I don't use the
2d6.
actual rules.
I'm just trying to figure out what your modifier is on top of that 2d6. Damn it. Why is it? See, like page 48 is loaded, but none of the pages before or after are loaded. It's just loading in chunks. It's bullying me, and I just can't have. Look, roll 2d6, and the 2 of you who have tracking, add that as a modifier.
Okay.
Okay. 2d6 plus 2, so I'm trying to roll
Yes.
high.
Yes.
And
Okay.
for second sight, just the 2d6.
2d6 plus whatever the number is next to it as your modifier.
Okay,
Wait,
that's...
is yours a special skill, or what is
That is an advanced skill,
Advanced skill.
and that would just be a +1.
Cool. Well, there you go then.
I rolled a 7 and I have 2 next to my tracking, so a 9.
I rolled a 6 and I have a 2, so that's 8. Sorry.
Rolled a
All
7.
right. And
plus
now what
1,
you
8.
wanted to roll under your
Under?
Wait, let me see. Advanced skills and spells. Testing. Yeah, you want to roll under. So, what's your number for skills?
A 6.
Then maybe I was supposed to have you subtract that
Oh,
number
thank
instead of
God.
add it. You're supposed to subtract that number. Shush.
So a 7 minus 1, a 6.
Okay.
6 minus 2 is a 4.
Yeah, I rolled
makes much
a
more sense.
7 minus 2 for a 5, and my skill is 4. So I think I failed that one.
I do not remember what my skill is.
Get better. You get better.
Isn't yours a 4 because we are 4, 5, 6?
Let me pull it over. But here's the thing. Knox, I believe you made it. Anita didn't. Shears didn't. So what happens is, while you guys are looking around, Hazel catches a sniff of me. And not really me, just kind of just on the breeze. I don't know what she noticed, or maybe she talked to one of the other. There are several animal spirit things here. There are moss rats, there are blue foxes, there are these semi-sentient creatures that are completely animal, just very clever. They've been coming up to Hazel. They've been touching noses. They've been looking at each other, flipping tails the way animals do. They've been communicating. So someone has told Hazel, who is pulling on her leash in such a way to tell Knox and lead you guys in the direction I've gone. Now, it's not necessarily ominous that I have wandered off. There's a lot of real nice things happening. There's a lot of crowd movement. I may not have even wandered off. I may have just gotten kind of swept up in the crowd, and I might just be like 4 stalls up, just waiting for a break in people, or for you guys to walk by, for me to be like, "Oops, sorry. Like, I'm just not with you right now." So as you guys head towards the center of this settlement, you see that there's a whole bunch of different colored pedal streets, and everyone is flowing like a river. Just there's a whole bunch of people heading to an even bigger locked gate at the very end of town. It is a cemetery gate. It looks like a cemetery gate. It's black metal, it's white marble, it's Gothic arches with a little Art Nouveau swirl on it. And it's got a glow to it. There's like a lichen or something. It's glowing. It's kind of. And everybody sweeps you guys towards that as you get caught up in the crowd. You can go ahead and try to step out, or you can head into the luminous cemetery with the flow of everyone else. What do you want to do?
This
I get
is where
swept in.
Hazel is sort of like leading us to, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like we'll follow the crowd. I don't know how to get back to the exit door without Arnica. Um so definitely need to find you. And we'll go forward.
I feel bad. I didn't bring any food for offerings.
I mean, technically, you could stop and buy some. When I say this is a very busy market town, every single inch of the street, you guys are being swept through. You're moving through the crowd. There are stalls, there are wagons, there are carts, and there's brisk business being done out of a lot of them. There are places you can eat. There are eating stalls, there are toy stalls, there are places to get your future told. It is a full festival in town. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a real quick break because it is time to say goodbye to Shears. Shears has another game. Make sure you stop by. Shears, tell us real quick before you go where they can go catch you in about 45 minutes when we're done here.
You can find me over on Greater Restorations channel. I will be joined by pronouns in my bio, Kyle, Miss Priscilla, in a game by Derek, a Call of Cthulhu one-shot reunion. I will be playing my very first gender fluid character, Billie Jean Bill Ostrander. And all of this benefits take this. So if you guys want to come on over after here, come on over, donate. Your donations affect the gameplay. And if you're a maximum chaos goblin, you're going to have a good time with us. So I got to get going. Mwah, mwah. Arnica, you're going to Jaeger me. Bye-bye. Help.
Fine. It's fine. Fine. We won't do anything weird with Cheers. Let's go ahead and take a real quick break so that we can take Cheers out. We'll be right back.
Happy birthday, happy birthday,
Happy birthday!
We're back. Admire Knox's collection of cans. It is spectacular. It's
I still have one more. I
ginormous.
just can't pick it up. I did though. I realized I had a problem. When I reached for a can of Dr. Pepper on my desk, it took me 5 tries to get the one that still had liquid.
That's hilarious, girl. That's wild. That's why I put mine in a cup. It's only one cup. I always know which one it is. All right. So you guys are moving with the flow of the crowd. They're sweeping everyone towards the cemetery gates. And as you get swept towards them, you see the shepherd of the trees again. He seems to be running a scavenger hunt of some kind over in the corner. He just kind of waves at all of you as you get pushed past, and he's like, I'll see you inside. He seems completely unconcerned. It's a party. Everyone's going in. He's not bothered. Hazel's not bothered. Nobody's bothered. This is fine. You are right at the gate. Do you want to go in, or are you going to try to push back against the tide?
No, we gotta go in. We gotta.
Do you think we're a
Um,
sacrifice?
No, you're not going to be sacrificed. What the fuck?
um,
Just checking.
yeah, I look
Okay,
around.
I'm a sacrifice.
I look around and suddenly Shears has like disappeared in the crowd. Um, and I just in response, I just grab for Knox's hand and try to hold it. Um, for reassurance and safety measures.
We're dropping like flies.
So as the two of you cross over between these gardens, you move from a gloriously warm late summer day into a cool bank of fog, so thick that it really kind of drops your line of sight to about a couple feet ahead of you. The two of you have grabbed hold of each other, so you are kept together. Shears was just out of reach. Shears is kind of off with the rest of the crowd, but you'll find them. Everybody's here somewhere. I'm here somewhere. Shears is here somewhere. You guys are here somewhere. It's fine. Um, all the gardens have gotten larger as we've descended, and this one is the largest yet by far. It is big enough to hold the she skeleton woods and the flooded hedge mage. You haven't gone there, but they're quite large. It is a easy 2 miles across in every direction. It's almost a perfect square. In the center, well, on the edges first, you should know that this whole garden is quite dark. It's not nighttime dark. You can still see the daytime sun in the exact center. But around the edges of this cemetery are willow trees. Unearthly willow trees, mountainous willow trees. They are larger than any tree that has ever grown on earth. They tower over the garden like sentinels, casting all but the very center of the cemetery in shades of perpetual twilight and endless dark. Only directly in the center where the canopy does not reach is illuminated. The only direct sunlight falls in a patch on a building that looks a little bit like a church and maybe a bit like a castle, but mostly, and maybe a little bit ostentatiously so, kind of like a Victorian manor in the style of Caryadog Castle. The stones are varying shades of black against the crisp white shading, and the woodwork and gingerbread trim are all painted a bright paint blue. A pair of significantly smaller earth-sized willows, only about 40 feet tall, flank the front of that house on either side, and long reflecting pools lead from where the road ends up towards a porch. Now, the closer you get towards the center of the garden, the thinner the fog gets. Because it is so big, it's been broken up into essentially neighborhoods that are mixes of graves, tombstones, and mausoleums, as well as some tent and clapboard shacks, some tents and pavilions made of the same brightly colored silks, waxed canvas, linens, and mixes of the two. More. Because any organic dead that are buried in a Yinian cemetery become animate skeletons capable of thought, memory, and communication, most humanoid creatures try to be buried in them whenever they get the chance. The Luminous Cemetery is one of the largest, with more than 1,000 individual graves, multi-generational mausoleums, and tombs that lead down to apartment-like catacombs. Due to the shade cast by the mountain willows, the undead citizens of the Luminous Cemetery can move around freely on the surface for all but the brightest 6 hours of the day. There are several deep doors that did or will one day lead to this garden in times gone or not yet come. And if you look around carefully, you will find weathered mausoleums nearest the center left mountain willow that bears a rough inscription scratched in on the wall through a door. Once within, we fled from Tulsa and came to Yen. Like, this garden has connected to Earth before. This garden has history. It's an old fixed garden. someone has definitely lived here before the Black Queen, but this is where she lives now. That big house in the center is her castle. And everyone is just wandering around this enormous garden. There are games, there's food, there's festivals. Everyone's very friendly. It is a lot like the Corpse Bride, and there's a lot of skeletons, and they Sunday best. They dress like Southern Baptists going to Easter, like they are dressed, little hats, dresses, gloves. They're very polite. Everyone is to the nines, very happy, super excited to see you. It's very crowded. What do you want to do?
I want to dance with a skeleton.
Yeah, I I think in this moment, as we like enter this like undead palace, undead sort of haven and like palace and beautiful place, I'm imagining like a skeleton dressed to the nine in a like bespoke suit. Wild. Um, and I think before Nox, you like go to ask a particularly nimble skeleton to dance, I think I'm gonna like hold your hand for like a second and just say, Nox, I think I don't want to talk about Arnica behind Arnica's back on our birthday, but I'm worried.
So
And
do
I
it
feel like
tomorrow.
I don't think Arnica leaves.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no.
you knew.
I mean, she didn't say anything. I kind of figured. She didn't cross the gate to give us a hug. And she's
Where
being super weird. And she's been saying to get you guys back home. She's been kind of obvious about it. I thought that.
Nox is like,
like
I was just rolling with it.
does
Yeah, that's why I've been calm this whole time.
like
I don't think Arnica's
Arnica's
left in a while. I don't think she's gonna leave in a while.
okay, so Arnica just lives here and
I
just hasn't been
guess.
telling us.
I don't think so. No. I mean she's been kind of dropping a lot of hints.
I'm I I have questions and I'm very worried about her. Like, where is her family? Where has she been sleeping? What's going
Probably
on?
on a rose petal or something. I don't know. This place is weird.
How did she get online from here to get tickets to a it's
Maybe the Black Queen hooked her up with some Wi-Fi.
that's a good point. Maybe if we talk to the Black Queen, things will.
Maybe the internet is magic. But yeah, no, I figured that out when she went crossover to give us a hug. That was super weird.
Let's go get you a dance with the
Have you been worried
skeleton.
this whole time? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
You're a terrible friend. You're not a terrible friend. You're a wonderful friend.
No, you have no idea. Last week during during wishes, Anita goes, "Nox, we're no longer friends. I hate you." And I actually got sad.
You're a wonderful
I
friend.
I did not mean that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to spook you. We're we're still super tight, even though you drag Medea through the mud. But I am just like, okay, I'm worried about Arnica. I want Arnica to like be able to see her family. And it seems like I
Maybe
I
they're
don't know
here.
about this place. It seemed like you saw you saw the little pocket god that transformed into a dog.
Mhm.
Like I feel like I feel like something's really wrong with her that she's just not telling us. And I don't like it when my friends suffer. And
Yeah, no, I
especially in silence,
figured.
it's bad. And I've been thinking about it. Thank you for letting me like voice it. It feels less now. Um, let's go find some people to dance with, and then let's go find the Black Queen.
So there are skeletons nearby. There's a nice clearing underneath the beautiful statue of just this older looking woman, like in her, I don't know, she's older. She is a matriarch of many, like she's at least someone's great grandmama. She's got a shawl around her. It's a gorgeous statue. She's looking up at the tree. She seems deeply satisfied with something. And there are a whole bunch of skeletons underneath. They got upright basses, they got fiddles, they have a lot of string instruments and no horns because no lungs. They're skeletons. um but they're going to town. They got percussives, they got strings. There's a whole bunch of beings. There's shadows dancing with skeletons. There are cats standing up on their back feet doing adorable little minuets together. I didn't know cats minuetted, but they do. There are rose maidens and glass butlers, um, hybrid beasts of all sorts and types, and a lot of things that look like they're humanoid, but they seem to be very plant-like. People that look like they're part tree, people that look like they're part flower, a lot of changelings. Guinean changelings is what they are called. And everybody's happy. They're square dancing, they're twirling people in and out. There's some kind of very organized, it's a jig and a reel. You guys are having, whether you came in lighthearted or not, this is very fun. Um, everybody is super polite. They've got on their country manners, deep bows, and everyone's glad to greet you. They swing you in and out, but they always keep you guys within sight of each other until eventually you find that you've been danced from one end of this dance floor to the other, and you emerged into the crowd on the other side, a little bit closer to the castle in the center. But there are also streets. There's a street with food over there. It smells fantastic. There's a street down there where they're playing games of some kind. They're carnival barkers enticing you to come this way. What do you want to do?
You got anything you want to do here? I'm hesitant to eat anything without like some guidance about the food.
Carnival people?
Sure.
Yeah.
We go see the carnies. Um, like what do they got?
So there are all sorts of bright lanterns. They have a very gentle organic flicker, not as if it's an electric light, but like there are little fireflies inside the paper lanterns. Um, it's under one of the deepest, darkest parts of the trees, so it looks like it's right about 8 o'clock at night. If you've ever been to the fair, right as the sun has just gone under the horizon, and it's that beautiful ink blue black, and all the lights are super bright, and there's still just a hint of gold behind the blue in the sky. That's the color it is under the trees right now. As they engage you, come towards, guess how many, and these are just real simple fair games. There are little magical hints to them. Guess how many beans are in this floating bubble as opposed to jar, or guess how many fairies are dancing, and they're just little glowing lights and they're bobbing in and out, so you have to count them, but they're moving. Just little easy games of chance with all sorts of delicate little prizes. There are more smaller, significantly smaller, but still little silver flowers or pieces of fern, shells that are made of crystals, just tiny, delicate, but still valuable little things, just gifts from the Black Queen for the carnival to just give away to anyone who comes.
Shiny objects.
Shiny objects.
I'm gonna go for the shiny objects.
Nice. So here's the thing. You walk up to a game of chance, and the barker is a living shadow. There is no form casting it, just the shadow is not human. It's more tree-like than anything. And living shadows come from shadow theaters where they eventually clawed themselves free from their casters. The caster's probably alive, maybe alive. Who knows how old the shadow is? Don't worry about the caster, but the shadow is very friendly. Invites you to come on in, take a look, play a game, win a prize. It's got shells made of precious gems, little carved out of amethyst, and some potch opal. They're beautiful. You can see through them. It's like all you got to do: play this game of chance. Roll your luck for me twice.
Okay, first one's a 4.
Okay.
Okay. Second one's a 10, which is still under my luck.
All right. So, game of chance. You won both times. He put a brightly glowing flower of some kind underneath a very dark shell. He just shuffled them around. It was a shell game. You picked the shell right both times. And so he hands you a conch, just a beautiful, enormous carved shell, because you won both of them, not just one, of iridescent opal. If you put it up to your mouth, it will blow just like a real shell. If you put it up to your ear, you can hear the ocean. And not like you can hear the ocean now, where it's just the sound of your own blood. You hear the actual ocean if you put it up to your ear. Magic shell. Anita, did you want to play a game?
Honestly, I'm a little distracted. And it's beautiful. Everything is beautiful. And I think feeling I'm feeling like well enough to just be like watching and be content with that. So I just watch. Uh I think Knox, when like the Barker you're talking to like says winner, I like come up and see your prize. And I say, oh, that is really cool, Knox.
Okay. So Anita, as you approach Knox, you feel a gentle kind of tug on your sleeve. And when you look over, you see that there's one of the fish servants, not the same ones from earlier. These ones they are dressed. They are lion show goldfish, so they have exquisitely long, delicate fins. They have really big eyes. They've got fat faces, just gorgeous freaking fish. So cute. And they've got little silk and velvet pressed black and white maid dresses. They're so cute. And she looks up at you and she goes, Her Majesty does request your presence for her party.
Hmm. Her Majesty knows who we are. Cool. Um, just me or Knox too? Both of us?
Oh no. You turn around and Knox, there's a little frog servant on the other side of you. It's a little she's a tiny little dart frog, brightly colored. She's got on a crisp little like Men in Black suit. Her little Secret Service suit. She's got on gloves because she's poisonous. She doesn't want to touch nobody by accident. She's just sitting there with her hands in front of her. She's like, "Oh no, we're here for both of you. Someone has gone to collect your other friend. We would hate for you all to get lost here."
Thank you. Yes. You you all know that Arnica sent us, right? Like,
Absolutely.
okay.
Oh no,
Cool.
very familiar.
Awesome.
Everyone knows her. And so they just kind of, they're very friendly. They lead you through. You weave in and out of these families of skeletons, these talking shadows, these changelings. They're all wearing party hats. They're in their best. And the crowd is getting thicker the closer you get to the house, but they move for the servants who are creating a path for you. And as you come towards the base of these trees and the reflecting pool that runs from them up to the porch with the path right in the middle, on the porch in full and fancy finery, I do stand there like an asshole. Like an asshole do I stand there
Yeah, we
in
called
crown
that.
and gown. Of course you did. We all know who I am. An asshole. And to be fair, there
Who
was
else will call themselves the
nothing.
Black Queen?
Am I black? Is this my kingdom?
Yeah, I just stand there like not like surprised and like, yeah, that was what I figured. And well,
Right? And
I
that's the
imagine
face I'm
Anita
making,
freaking
like,
out.
I know I didn't surprise you, so that makes it okay.
Yeah, you
So
were
that's like,
obvious the whole time.
well, yes, because if I had not been obvious, then it wouldn't have been funny. It would have been terrible. That would have been lying to my friends instead of playing a fantastic. This is not even a prank. It's just a joke.
You
It is,
couldn't even
in
tell
my
Shears that
defense,
they couldn't date the Black Queen.
that was slightly awkward. I do owe them an apology, but I figured the laugh would be worth it, right? The dress, the crown, the dress, the laughs. Hey,
Did
hey,
you
hey.
conquer the whole place just so you can look over that nice little flower area?
Girl, you have no idea the amount of land I have conquered.
You made
here.
Anita
It
freak
is...
out.
Come on, like, I told you, didn't I tell you that you would be fine and you would be safe and the Black Queen would fucking adore you? Like, then I promise you'd be fine, safe, the Black Queen would adore you. Because, like, promises are so important to keep in fairyland, and I have kept them because you are adored and safe and here.
You broke Anita!
I get surprised.
I'm glad we found you. I'm glad it seems like you're safe. Happy birthday, Arnica. This is a lovely party. Thank you for inviting us.
Poor Anita didn't know.
So now, in my defense, fairies are kind of assholes. And even when you start as a human, I am very much, as you guys have by now surmised, a Yinian creature at this point. I have been, time moves funny here. The days are twice as long, but the years are so fast. And I've been here a while. I like it here, but fairies are kind of assholes, and I've picked up some terrible habits in my defense for why I acted like a butthole today. But you know what? It'll be fine. We're here now, and there's a party to enjoy. And every promise I made about shortcuts and being able to get you guys home, I can keep all of them. I have the power to do all of it. I can answer all your questions. And then I can just, we got a shortcut. It's like 4 gardens down from here. I'll have you back to the door in 90 minutes. So let's take our time. Let's enjoy the party. I will answer any questions you guys have.
How
We're
much
safe
did you
here.
laugh when Anita went up to the chess piece
So much.
and said happy birthday?
I laughed so much.
I got
It was
secondhand embarrassment. That was kind of funny though.
It was not embarrassing. It was wonderful. It was very kind. And so with that, with my friends having safely arrived at my beautiful birthday party, my 2 Garden Festival, a whole kingdom celebrating me, and now also my friends, let's go ahead and wrap it up and leave it there. And we'll come back next week and finish off this trip. We'll get you guys safely home. We'll maybe explore 1 or 2 things. I'll show you 1 or 2 more places. Let's get you guys a little more treasure to take back to Earth. If you ask the right questions in the right way, maybe I'll even explain why I can't come back with you. But for now, let's go ahead and wrap up so that we can go visit Shears. And we're going to raid her and their show as soon as we're done here. So let's go ahead and say goodbye. And we're going to start with Knox.
Hey y'all, I'm Knox. Yeah, I put that together first episode, not gonna lie.
Right? I wasn't trying to be sneaky.
I was like, oh, that's, yeah, okay. So watching Anita freak out was a little fun. I'm sorry, Anita. But yeah, I am Knox. You can find me on social media at Noxternal_7. And where you can find me in the upcoming week is mostly here. Including tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we're going to be on Gently on the Wind, which is a Valor game that I'm playing with Arnica and some other friends. And so that's super excited. So you should come back after Shears' stream, come back here, check us out. But tomorrow I am the DM and I DM a game called School of the Stars, which we keep saying it's a Kids on Brooms game, but let's be honest, I homebrewed so much of that. I just used it as a skeleton. But it's really fun. We have 4 episodes left. I am enjoying terrorizing my friends. It is lovely. I'm having a great time. I don't know if Anita is, but I'm having a great time. Tuesday, you can catch me on Inspiriles, which again is here at 2 p.m. I think 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's a really fun game based on Arthurian legend. And we use sign language and the power of belief. And it's awesome. Wednesday, you can catch me on the Initiative Order playing Inferno. It's really fun. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm Alma, the pagan, who is not happy to be here. And yeah, that's the next week, because after that, I'm back here. I have a lot.
And Anita, how about you?
Hey everybody, I'm Anita. I did not know. In fact, like when we talked about it in the like intermission that we had, that was a spoiler for me. I was like, oh, this is what's happening. Oh. No, it would have caught me completely off guard until the moment that like we arrived at the Black Queen's castle.
In your
God.
defense, I've bullied Knox with my bullshit before.
I was so happy to be the one who
Wild.
put things together this time, because it usually isn't me.
You can find me at Anita the Lesbian on the Twitters. That's where I'll be. I will be bullied by Knox tomorrow at School of the Stars. And keep an eye on my Twitter. I will be advertising my Start Playing games that I have made recently. Icewind Dale. If you like that adventure, it's my favorite adventure. I'll take you through it. Yeah, it'll be on Sundays. I forget what time I scheduled it, but look on my Twitter and you will find information. And yeah, we'll play a little game. It'll be fun. And now my deceptive friend, my lovely and deceptive friend, like truly, it's wild that like I went up to the chess pieces and I said, "Hey, are you the Black Queen? Happy birthday." And nobody said, "The Black Queen's right behind you, dummy."
So many places.
That's wild. We went so many places. I think we referenced like we're going to the Black Queen's party so much. Like Tree Dude, Tree Dude could have been like, "Oh, happy birthday," but nah. I had to look silly for 3 episodes.
We even met her servants like 20 minutes ago.
Arnica, um, I'm bad at social cues. Take it away.
You're
All
fine.
hail the Black Queen, Arnica X Rock.
I'm sorry, I let you struggle for a minute. There was someone at the door, and my kid was trying to answer his grandmother's door and taking a terrible message. He takes a terrible message. It's fine. Anyway, hi, I'm Arnica. I have been your party crasher and also your Black Queen and also terrible fairy asshole. Thank you so much for joining us and our cast. So let's talk about what's coming up for me and the channel over the next week. So tonight, Nox mentioned it. We are launching, it's the premiere of Gently on the Wind, a Valor AP. It's sponsored by Valorious Games. Our storyteller, Jonathan, will induct a new class of magical girls, of which I am one, into their final year of university. I'm so excited. It's going to be so cute. It feels, okay. In my head, I'm doing Grown Up Winx Club. I'm doing Winx Club College. That's what's happening in my head. Just know, be braced for that, Nox. I'm fine. It's fine.
Oh, I'm so ready.
As you mentioned, tomorrow, Nox's school on School of the Stars, Kids on Brooms. I almost said Schools on Brooms. Those really big brooms. Sunday, Contour and Charisma continues with They Came from Camp Murder Lake. Come back on Tuesday for Inspirals every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sponsored by Hatchling DM. Somebody hit the thing for me in the command. Yay! It's a family-friendly AP of the game that uses sign language and the power of belief to defend a realm of Arthurian myth and friendly fake creatures. So make sure you come by, join the GM. Give Sparks. I never know how to say their name. I hate it every time. It's fine. I love them. Come here Tuesday at 2. Listen to them say their own name and then be like, oh, Arnica was way off. My gosh. And then stick around Wednesday. Roll for Luck is back. And then Friday, it's us again. And next Friday will be our final episode. Our zine is out. Girls Write These Worlds, Zine 2, Legacies, Broken and Fulfilled, dropped yesterday. It is, and I do say this myself as the person who wrote the 8-page minigame in the back, spectacular. Check out the art my artist did. Go read those bonded statues. Check that ring. Are you wondering, what am I talking about? What are these cool things? Pick up the zine. It's only $6.99. Like, you can't buy cigarettes for that. Buy the zine instead. Zine won't give you lung cancer. Woo! Zine, right? And
only
finally,
$6.99. We're practically giving it away.
We are. Like, you can't buy feet pics for that. I'm gonna get in trouble. Let me stop.
I literally am having my partner buy the zine for me.
Good. Tell him you want to. It's your anniversary. And for this weekend, casting calls. Casting is open for Hotel Nexus, an afterlife game with our GM, Angela. You're gonna love Angela. You're gonna love Hotel Nexus. The only reason I'm not applying, it's in the middle of my workday. So I need you to apply so that there's the badassest of badass cast. You have to get me through my workday. Apply. We'll see you there. You don't want to be on that game? You want to run your own game? You want to do what I do? Casting app is open. Right there. Boom. Pinned to the Twitter. Girls Run These Worlds. But that's it. That's us. We're done. You can find me here twice on Fridays, once on Wednesdays over on Valdorant's channel playing Effie the Andalite, Morphs on the Bayou. We're right on the end. We may have been captured by Mothmen. I may have screamed, "What is petting me?" on Wednesday. It's a great clip. I'm going to have to drop it somewhere. We'll see you then. But for now, Sheer should be going right now. Let's go raid that channel. Everybody stay, holler, tell Shears hi for me. I'll be there after Green Room. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Happy birthday!